Yeah. Seamless.
Hey, I'm like, you'll have to excuse me, everybody. I am tired. I've been up since 2:30 at work. So, just to let everybody know right off the bat, come on over to the Truth or Tinfoil channel. By the end of the month, we're going to be just streaming from here. We're getting off of Texas Front Porch. Not that we're away from the team. We're just going to start streaming to our own channel only. But we want to give you a few minutes to jump on over right now. But I'll just go through the channel lineup. So we'll give everybody a few minutes. On Mondays at 7 p.m., it's Danielle Diva in the Diva Dimension. At 8 p.m., it is Texas Front Porch with Tex and myself. Tuesday evenings, it is Beyond BMR with Bigfoot Michigan Rob and Krista. On Wednesdays at 7 p.m., it is Donnie Cho Says Stuff, and boy, does he say stuff. So that channel, I would say, is for adults only and not for the light or faint-hearted. I'm just going to say that.
Don't
at
get
8
hurt.
p.m. Right. At 8 p.m., it's Inhumanoids with Barton Nunley and Letitia Nunley. At Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central, of course, it's Blondes and Booze. And you can catch us again on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central. We made that little time change because everybody's kind of hopping time frames right now. We're trying to fit everybody in so you don't have to miss anything. On Saturdays, we don't have anything, but a friend of ours, Paranormal Among Us, which is Paul, his show is at 8 p.m. on Saturdays. And on Sundays, of course, you're right here with us on Truth or Tinfoil. That's with Brandi and myself. And at 6 p.m., Tex and Danielle Diva drop their newest episodes of Infamous Minds. But just to let everybody know, starting Thursday, March 21st, Monica Rollins starts her new podcast on Texas Front Porch. That's where you can view her on Texas Front Porch, 7 p.m. Central, and it's called Our Paranormal World.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's those.
Just remember, I'm the guy that has to go through with all the files after everything and make sure everything goes where it's supposed to go after all this stuff happens. So.
Yeah, so if you hear any of us with the Texas Front Porch crew go, hey, it's the tech guy.
Yeah,
that's him. That's that guy.
That's okay. When people actually take a 10-second or 20-second break to tell me, hey, we need to pause for a minute so Randy can break here, and then they forget to do it on Friday night for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, just roll with the flow. You can find something to cut off, And
I did. I always do, but it's just fun to make fun of y'all when you don't do it. So.
Well, we just want to test your skills is what happens. We just want to test your skills, make sure everything's okay, make sure we got the best tech guy in podcast business.
You operate under the assumption we have some sort of control of this chaos. No. Anyway.
Just to remind everybody again, we are not on Texas Front Porch channel. We are on our own channel, Truth or Tinfoil. And we will be only streaming from this by the end of this month. So get in the habit of coming on over. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button because we'll be here. We're making room for Monica. So we've got to jump off of Texas Front Porch, get on our own channel, let Monica come in. So we just got to make room.
Hey, she's a lot nicer than anybody else on this channel anyway, except for me. I'll say maybe Brandi and Krista, but the rest of them, no, she's already got them beat. So
that's right. That's it. But I mean, we did get an update. We got an update on a picture that we did last week of the picture of the girls like corner of her face, and then there looks like
Mhm.
another face right there.
Yep.
We have actually got the full picture. It was done on it was screenshotted off of what was that?
FaceTime.
FaceTime. It was a
It's off
FaceTime
FaceTime.
call. It
Yep.
was a FaceTime call, and it was done
There's
then. So,
the gentleman and his
um,
daughter, and this is his daughter. You wanna bring it up?
yeah, go ahead. So, before we were seeing just the side of her face and that
Yep.
other
From
darkened
here about
brownish looking
over.
face on the side.
Yep. From here about over to here.
Right,
This is hilarious.
right.
Excuse
And
me.
this man
Yep.
said there's only a couch right there.
Yep.
And that is not part of the couch.
No, and you can see the drapes
Yep,
for the
and there is
windows
drapes
behind
right
her.
there. Mm-hmm.
So, we're still at the point that we were before. I mean, we could see
Yeah,
more of her
I
head if I zoom in
yeah,
here. We see obviously more of her head and where her hair would actually come down through. That doesn't look like part of a couch to me, unless it's like I said, it was one of those old ones with the big looped up or rounded off back. You know what I'm talking about?
right,
And
right.
I don't believe that's it. I just don't believe that's it.
Well, bring it up so we can see the face again.
Okay, so there's that.
Can
We'll zoom
Yeah,
in
zoom
right
in on
here,
that. Yeah,
this area.
yeah.
All right, and like I said last week, the gentleman told me they had been in the house for 15 years, and I actually talked to him earlier in the week, and they've been having these kinds of things happen since he's been there. To the point that some of his kids can't. I think I said it like you said. I said it last week. His kids couldn't have anybody come over. Nobody wanted to come over and spend the night because of the spirits, and they were scared of the house. They were scared of the house, so they didn't want to come over. So the poor kids, they couldn't do anything about that. They just got used to it, I guess.
What particular spirit were they talking about they were scared of?
The ghost of the little boy. There was a little boy ghost. That's what they kept saying to him, and that's what he has actually experienced, and he's experienced a female boy in there as well. But he
Well, it
said
looks
that,
like a little boy to me.
yeah, and he said that this one right here fit everything that they had talked about before, and that all the kids had talked about. This was one of the ones that I think he said he's seen it one time himself, but he didn't get a picture of that one. The only other picture he'd gotten was the ones we showed last week. The one of the bathroom with the what looked like,
Yeah,
yeah. Now this one, I'm still with you on this. I still look at this and I see a little boy right there. Even though
I do.
I could make a case, for hair right through here or something like that, but I would have to I'd have to go over it with such a fine tooth comb. By the time I got in on it close enough, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference one way or the other.
No.
Even with sharpening in an image and such like that, it just looks to me like there's a little boy looking over his shoulder. That's just all there is to it.
And there's a whole lot to do with light too. I mean, because
Yeah,
if you look at it, we are assuming that the bottom down, like covering the mouth,
this
it's
right here.
like its mouth right there is hair,
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
that it's her hair. But look at
Yes.
how light it is.
Yeah.
It's almost the same color as what we're seeing as the alleged apparition here.
Yeah, and could it be, you know,
It's
because of
in the
the
hair.
glare? Well, could it be because it's the glare coming off the phone or whatever she's
Could
FaceTiming
be.
with?
Could
And
be, or is that apparition in the hair, which is
in the
making it
hair,
change color, but it is
that
still
could be.
visible?
Yeah, that could be as well. But I agree with you on that. This seems to me, and it really looks to me like it's an apparition of some sort. Now, the the s I don't wanna say skeptic in me, the scientist in me is sitting there making all sorts of excuses, don't get me wrong, because I'm looking at it and I'm seeing it and I say, "Well, I could make the case that right here as it comes down across, her hair is out here and it's because of the glare and blah, 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 blah," but it doesn't follow right, not with this hair here, you know what I mean?
Well, it doesn't. It What doesn't follow right is the rounding at the top of the head of the
Exactly, this area right here.
no, the whole apparition
This?
head. That,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah, that is what I can't explain. That is something that is.
Yeah,
because it looks like it's in her hair, like it's like coming
it
up and
really does.
photobombing and, you know,
That's what the first thought I had last week when I looked at it. It looked like she got photobombed when she was on her
yeah.
FaceTime and stuff. But everything I talking to him, that little bit I could get him on Messenger and talk to him about it. The little bit we were talking about was, I don't know that he actually saw it during the FaceTime. I don't know if he did that or if he did it when he did the replay or they did. Maybe he saw it because what would you do if somebody sat there and said, "Hey, there's a little boy over your shoulder," and tell him that right there?
Well,
Would
first
you
of
think
all,
she would freak?
me me being an investigator, I would have actually screenshotted it and then told him.
Yeah,
Um,
and
I
I'm
wouldn't have
thinking that's
told
what
him
he might have
first.
done.
Yeah.
He very well might have done that. So that may be where this is coming from, just because
Yeah.
you see how it encompasses the entire phone.
Yeah.
So
It may have, I don't know. I'm on the
or no,
fence on that one still.
yeah, this might
I'm s
be now that I look at it, this might be not this may be the inset picture of a FaceTime, where you're looking at it and maybe
Yeah.
she was FaceTiming somebody else and
I
she
don't
was
know.
looking at it. Yeah. Wh
I mean, it doesn't really matter which is which. It was a FaceTime call, which this was screenshotted.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I could try and lighten up the pick a little bit. I had to put it under some more programs to actually get into it because just getting it to where it is right now was hard enough. I mean, because
Yeah,
I
I can't dismiss this one yet, Randy.
no.
See what you can do
Yeah.
and see if we can't get some different contrast in there to see what's
Like with
happening.
this area especially and try and contrast it some more. Problem is when I tried to do it before, everything blurred together.
Okay.
It blurred together because of the pixelation right here, and it's such a light because you can see a faint, you know, bit right here. I'm gonna try some different contrasts on it and see if I can get that to come out a little bit more with this little separation area right here because once again we think that this is hair right here.
Yeah. Well,
So
see if you can just even lighten it up. Just lighten the
yeah,
picture up and see what happens.
we'll take another
Oh,
shot at it and see what we got. So
okay. We're still on the fence about that one.
yeah,
So,
we're all on the fence on it. Hey, what's up, Rob?
right. Hey, Rob. Arg.
Grr, 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 grr,
Gerg.
grr. Anyway, all right. So where else are we going next? We don't want to deal with
Well,
that one.
I I
I made a
I
bad
heard
choice.
we have some pictures of skunk ape.
Yeah, yeah, we sure do. This came from what did I say? I got it from. This came from. As soon as I look and tell you, I'll tell you what it is. It came from. Come on, fat fingers, work here. All right, it came from Cryptozoology Facts group on Facebook. All right, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up and get it zoomed in. This is, I believe, the second one. The first one was actually this one. All right, these are some pretty renowned now, from what I understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, and like I told you, they were captured by an anonymous woman in Florida. They're called the Miyaka skunk ape photographs. They were mailed to the sheriff's department of Sarasota County, Florida. And the lady said that the creature was startled by her camera and almost got the deer in the headlight, and then she was able to take a couple pictures. She said this thing had been coming around her place for 3 days and had been taking stuff like apples and such off of her porch, which I'm assuming she set out there to coax it in. Most likely is what I'm thinking. But she
Right,
thought it was an escaped orangutan. So
right, right. Well, these pictures here are well known. They have been well circulated.
mhm,
So you may have seen them before, absolutely. But
yes,
just by looking at this picture right here, that
yeah,
is typical Bigfoot behavior to like try to hide behind something and it
yeah,
doesn't quite get
exactly.
in there. It's kind of like you can't see me. You can't see me,
Yep.
but clearly you can see
This
them.
is not the skunk ape you're looking for. That kind of deal.
Right. It's like you're not looking at me.
And
And that is pretty typical behavior.
Now, like
from all reports that
yeah,
people have seen these things.
and looking at this, I mean, there's obviously there's a hairy creature of some sort. Now, is it fake? Is somebody in the suit? I can't tell you that because it's not enough for us to go off of. But looking
No.
at it at the eye shine just from that lends me to think a creature of some sort. Is it an escaped orangutan? Can't really tell. It's the wrong
Ah,
color for me. It's wrong color for
yeah,
me.
that's the wrong color, and the hair is super, super thick.
Yeah, which I've seen some in the National Zoo, the larger orangutans that do have some long curly hair, but it's not that shade. It's a rusty brown at best.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
maybe this is shaded because of the way that it was taken, the way the photo was taken. But
right.
that eye shine right there immediately lends credence to it to me, because
Well,
that takes a real
and we
artist
all
to make that
know,
show up.
right, and we all know that you're going to get different color eye shine depending on what color eyes you have.
Exactly.
And
So
I have blue eyes, so in the old photos and stuff like that, my eyes would always be red.
yeah,
Always,
exactly.
I'd always have
Mhm.
you know, red eyes.
Yeah.
But it's not this picture that got me. It's the other one.
All right. That next one.
That next one. It's this
This
one.
was the second one supposedly. Now
Right.
Glenn
I
said it
want
kind of right. It
everybody
looked talking about an old silverback. Looks like.
right. And I want everybody to look at that bottom jaw in that row of teeth. It's bottom row of teeth right
Yeah.
there.
I'm gonna
Can
zoom
you
in a
zoom in on that?
see a little bit closer. They're very well defined,
Yes.
and I don't know for sure. I had to. I don't remember a picture ever looking at a picture with a wide open mouth of an orangutan. So I couldn't tell you if that lower canines are like that or not. I'm just not. I don't know for sure. And you wouldn't have thought that the lower canines would look like that to start with.
Well, the other thing that's getting me is in the mouth. You
Uh
can
huh.
see inside the mouth. That doesn't
Yeah.
look, like a human.
No, I think it's an actual mouth, an actual mouth of a creature.
I do too. And like I said, that eye
That's
shine, it just all depends on how, it looks like she was taking it with a flash, evidently.
yeah, yeah. With 2000, this was all done in 2000. So the age of the digital photos was just coming to being, really. So this
Right,
had to been done with her security camera, or she physically popped these pictures.
right. And the other thing is that if you notice the chin hair and down the chest, it is gray.
Yeah, I see that too. Or at least that's the shine coming off the
Right.
flash with it. So you would think
Yeah.
that would be that like gray hair. So it's an older individual is what you would think right off the bat.
Well, you would think that, but then we could talk about the hair follicles. Some people believe they have kind of a translucent type hair follicle so they can
Hmm.
blend in easier with their environment. Now, what
Yeah,
if that flash is reflecting off of that hair follicle? And that's what we're getting. That's a possibility.
the hair follicle or the actual the
The
hair
actual
strands,
hair, the
the hair
hair
strands.
strand.
Okay, yeah, because I could see that. I mean, but then you're talking about them having quote unquote stealth technology. If you want to get right down to it, because that's what it's refracting. The way you talk about it, would refract the light around it,
Or
so it
you're
looked
just
like just a
talking it,
shimmer.
or you're just talking environmental adaptation.
Yeah, exactly. But that, but it
Either
would be.
or, because there have been reports, and all you
Yeah,
have to do is just basically uh read a couple reports, and you get all different instances of what their hair really is.
yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
sure. I'm not really sure. I haven't got up close and personal with one, so
I'm
I'm
not
not
going
gonna.
to either unless something weird's happening, and I'm face to face with that, and you don't see me running the other way and him chasing me. We're good. I mean, but as long if he shows up at the campsite I'm at and wants to come have a beer, come on up. We'll have a beer.
All right, for me, 20 foot was close enough. Thank you. That's enough.
Yeah.
That was
Did
enough.
it make you a little skittish?
Yeah, yeah, it will. But it was the whole mouth thing that really
Yeah. I can see what you're talking about, but like I said, I got to do some more looking because the lower jaw having canines like that, it throws me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But that eye shine still, you could do
Yeah,
eye
it
shine with
does.
costumes. Don't get me wrong, but not at that level. I mean, these are unless he had glow in the or eyeballs that actually had lights in them like they do nowadays. You know, with some of the Halloween decorations and such.
Mhm.
That'd be the only way you could be able to get to that effect right there. And in
Right.
2000, I wouldn't even thought that would have been really super possible. It would have cost you serious money to do it. So that leads me to think that's actual eye shine.
But there's this other thing. I got
What
one more
other
thing.
thing?
This was in Florida, correct? And we were unsure of where it was taken, correct? Um,
No, actually, it was Mayaca County. Hang on a second. They're called the Mayaca, Myakka skunk ape. So Mayaca, I'm assuming there's a Mayaca area of Florida,
huh.
and it was sent to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Department. At
Okay.
she
So
she
that's
sent them.
okay.
Yeah, we're talking Sarasota County, Florida, is what we're talking about. So you talk about swamps.
Well, no, if they're talking Sarasota,
Yeah,
uh, Sarasota is south of Tampa, which is beachside. The
yeah,
Gulf side is what I'm trying to
okay,
say. Not
but
many
there's still
swamps
swamps in
over
the
there.
area. There ain't
There's not a whole lot of swamp over there.
on
But
the
if you
Gulf
go
side.
inland,
Yeah,
towards the other side, there's
uh huh.
swamp. So this could make sense if it's coming out of those areas and going that way, possibly.
Yeah. Let's see. And my daughter's out there now. I see her. And
Well,
Florida
no,
ain't
she's right.
unknown.
She's
She's
right,
right.
and I'm gonna tell you a story of how I know that.
Okay.
In outside of Tarpon Springs, Florida, they do have I would say it's like a side show road thing that is just off on the side of the road, and it's all apes and monkeys, and they do have occasionally an escaped primate. Uh, I think they had maybe one or two when I was down there. They escaped. I mean, they
Okay.
didn't get very far. I mean,
Yeah.
but they do have them from time to time, and
Yeah.
that's an awfully long way for them to go though, because that's across a very long bridge to get
Yeah.
down to the Sarasota area, because that's like that. It was a 2 lane going one way, a 2 lane bridge, and it is
Yeah.
over water almost the entire way from Tampa to Sarasota.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's that ain't the Transamerica Highway, is it?
That's US 19.
US 19. Okay. Yeah, I know where you're talking about then. But see, when you back out, look at the foliage for that. Does that look more like palms?
That makes sense.
Look like palm trees to me, or what they call palm trees down there anyway.
Yeah, they have palm bushes too,
Yeah. Yeah. So it
and
leans it leans that
they get
way.
quite large.
Yeah. And it could easily hide behind one quite easily, it looks like.
Yeah,
So I'm still leading to a real creature. I just don't know what creature.
I'm with you. I'm a,
Yeah. I'm a have a
it's I get tongue tied on these because I'm sitting here and I'm basically looking at these. I looked at them for like 2 seconds before the show
Yeah.
started,
Yep.
and you're looking at it and it has a lot of fur. I mean, a
Yes.
lot of fur.
But here's one of the other issues. Oh, I just noticed something. Hang on, time out. I'm gonna come down here.
Okay.
Look down here. What do you see right here?
Oh, I see toes.
I see
Is that
fingers because
toes?
I think that's the hand, the arm coming down.
Let me see. I can't. You have to back up for me.
Okay. I think that's more of the arm coming down.
Well, then that would be weird. Shot.
Well, unless it's crouched down. If it's crouched down behind that bush right
Yeah,
there, and
yeah.
the arm is
Because
down here, I can't tell in here whether there's knees or anything obviously here, but it looks like it could be crouched down there. And I just noticed what looks like nails off of a hand down here.
Right. Debbie says go to the first picture.
Okay, go to the first picture. I'm going to the first picture, Debbie. Hang on. Time out. Whoa. Oh, wrong one. All right, this one.
There, that one.
Now that looks even more like he's crouched down behind it.
Yeah, it does. Now that we look at that, go down and see what we can see. Oh,
Looky here.
look at
Look
there.
here. Good catch, Debbie. That's a hand down there, doesn't it
Yeah,
look?
yeah. That's a hand. That's not a human hand. That's not monkey either.
I don't think
That's
so.
huge. That's
Yeah,
huge.
it's hard to say, but yeah, that's definitely that looks like a hand down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger's got it right. It looks like it's bending over some, so I'm thinking it's
Yeah.
crouching behind this bush.
Yeah. Trying to hide.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
personal
look at
opinion. Yeah,
there.
that. So I think that's a pretty good capture. That I'm
That's a
assuming
good
people have
catch.
been over. I'm assuming people have been over this 100 times. Now I see something down here though too. Is that a bird or is that just a
I
rock
don't think
underneath there?
so. I
Excuse
don't
me.
think
Sorry.
so.
You think that might be the other another part of the leg or something back there?
It could be where it's got its leg out or crouching or
Yeah,
something because we don't really know how it's sitting back
yeah,
there, but it does look like it's sitting down behind that.
yeah.
And
Because I mean, it's definitely behind this. This is down, but I don't know if there's anything there for it to go with. So,
thank you, Glenn.
yep.
Okay, I'm gonna
So,
go with
okay.
I think that's real.
I'm kind of with you. Let's
I
see
think
which one
that's
we're going.
real.
Because I go back here, and of course, this one doesn't have as clear a shot down here either.
No.
And it looks like it's almost kind of zoomed in a little bit more, honestly.
Yeah, the except for the mouth part of that one,
Yeah,
which is a great
maybe it
catch.
reared, maybe it
The
kind of
other
reared
one
up.
tells more. Yeah, the other
Yeah,
one tells more.
but then we look here at look, it's grimacing, or is that? See that right there? That alone right there makes me think orangutan though. The mouth and the way it's showing the teeth, like the way they pull their lips back, and show their teeth.
But would an orangutan get really gray through the front? Would they?
I've never seen one this color to start with, so I couldn't tell you that.
I've never seen one that was gray either.
No, I haven't. So I can't tell you that for sure. I'm
Hmm.
tossed. It's orangutan looking facial features, and if this is the costume, it's pretty damn good. I'll just say that
Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna say
really good.
yeah. I mean, based on what we've seen with these pictures, I'm gonna say that's real. Whatever it
Oh,
is, it's
Bristol
real.
says Mayaca State Forest is about an hour from them. So
Oh well, be careful.
yeah, this thing might come get you. But yeah, okay, I'm with you though. It's an animal. I do believe animal. I don't know what kind.
Right. But it looks awfully suspicious. I mean, if I had to say yes or no, and that's the only choices I had, I'd say
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I'm with you. I'd say yes too.
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
I can't discount that one. I just cannot do it. And
no, because that one is,
Paul got it right too. He's like, if that's a costume here, I'll even show it. I ain't showed one in a while. That's a costume. That's a pretty big person in there, and they have to crouch down like
absolutely.
that. If you're a
You
big
know,
person like that, and you have to crouch down like that right there, that's gonna hurt some knees for us.
well, that's if you're old like us, Randy.
Hey, hey, I'm aging like fine wine. All right, I'm turning into vinegar.
Well, ND says truth for me. ND,
Yep,
I'm with you. I say
yep.
truth
We're
for
gonna
me
say
too.
truth. We're gonna say
I'm
truth.
going to say truth. Absolutely. Those are fantastic photos. I mean, from
Yeah,
what we see, because Randy and I do, we tear these down right with you when we're looking at them.
yeah. And if you see something we didn't like when Debbie said go back to the first bit, I wouldn't even gone back to first to look at this. I would have got stuck with the one I was looking at, not thinking to go back to the first picture.
I
So
know
you
that's
guys are
why
helping us
Debbie's
out
in our
look. So
chat.
yeah, She's such a nice person. Thank you, Debbie.
I know, that's why Debbie's in our chat.
All
It's
right.
because
So,
I think this is fun. That this is what I enjoy because I love reviewing evidence and I love
yeah.
listening and to all the audio and watching and people
Yeah.
sometimes hate that, and I
Yeah.
love it because
No,
there
I
could
want
be
people
just
to
that
talk.
one thing that you're like, wow.
This is why this would never be good as a true podcast because, I hate to tell you guys, y'all can't get in and talk to us on a podcast like this. So it's just more fun this way.
I know it is. It is.
So
It's so much more fun. It's like we get to go over all this stuff together.
exactly. And some of it we've seen 100 times, but we've never actually sat down and looked at it either. Like
Right.
those, I've seen those a million times. Never
Right.
sat down and looked at them like that. So
Right.
okay, now on to my part where I get to ready to put on. Hang on, let me prep it. I got to get ready for this one because we will disagree on these probably most likely. So because anybody that knows me from the get go knows when it comes, and I don't belittle people who say they've seen it. I don't belittle anybody who says they've seen anything. I personally don't necessarily believe because I don't have the
The
experiences other people do.
tinfoil, yeah, the tinfoil is completely our own opinion.
Yes, and I mean no disrespect to anybody who says they saw one or whatever, but I am
Right,
not on the
right.
dog man wagon. Okay, I am not on it. Just like I'm not on a woo wagon. Okay, I'm not on them. Just the way it is. I think flesh and blood. That's what I think, and I think things scientifically through as best I can, as long as I
See,
don't piss a
and
whole lot of
and
people
I'm
off.
not on the woo train. I'm a little woo. So
Yeah,
that's what makes it good.
I'm a little bit country. You're a little bit woo woo woo.
Woo.
Oh, goody, woo wagon. All right, yep, that's your new nickname. We're gonna put woo wagon underneath you.
All
All
right,
right,
the
so
woo wagon.
let's start off with your woo stuff. All right, or whatever
All
you
right.
want to call this thing. This is the
Yeah, these
first
are
picture
just
you sent me. The first picture you sent me said, "Hey, check these out."
yeah.
All right, this is the
Okay.
first one that came. Now you can explain this one.
Well, I'm just pulling these off the internet and I'm like, do you know how many people have said they saw eye shine?
Mm-hmm.
And I am one of those people. I have seen eye shine.
Yes, everybody has,
But
or I have.
what I'm looking at this picture is how far up it is from the bottom of that tree.
Yeah, and how
And
big they are.
it kind of looks like it's going up, like the ground is going up a little bit. Not too
Yeah,
far. I mean, it's not going straight up. It's just up, going up a little bit.
it's a slight upslope.
All right. So there's, so seeing the eye shine at this point and looking at it, I would look at it as long as I could because that would be a little bit scary because look at how big it is, how
Yes.
tall it is. And from the distance from eye to eye, that's
Yeah.
quite a distance there.
Yeah. You're talking about a large animal. It looks like to me.
Yeah.
Now,
Can we
I, I haven't even
can
zoomed
we
in yet. I wanted to zoom
yeah,
in here to see if I could see into that upslope on the backside,
yeah. Well,
and it
if you
looks
go
like
to
there
the
is a
side of
little bit
it,
right
yeah,
here.
you can see a little
Oh, wrong
bit.
way. Wrong way. Hang on. It grabbed the wrong button.
Right.
Talk about this little bit up here.
Yeah, that there's a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of see that, but I don't know if if it's a down log or not. Because you see all the down shrub over here, the foliage and
Right.
stuff over here. It might be deadfall right there, and it's just been there for so long, it's kind of covered up. I can't
It
say that
might
for
be.
sure,
It
but
might be.
yeah, mm, these I'm with you. They could be, but like you said, how tall they are, how far they are off the ground. That's got to be a good distance behind these tree limbs, obviously. A
You would
very
think.
good
You would
distance.
think because
Yeah,
everything on it is black. So
yeah,
the
and you have
whatever
no.
they're using for a light source is not hitting it.
That's IR. It's straight out IR. I know what that is. This is straight out IR right here.
Okay.
So they got an
So
IR flash that caught eye shine out here. So see, because it's pretty much black and white, and there's no distinct coloring to the eyes. That makes me think IR right off the bat. In the same way it lights up the foreground, that looks
yeah,
like an IR flash to me.
right. Okay. And then
So
we're not seeing any definition of the head or anything. We're
no,
just seeing strictly eyes.
yeah, and this is where once again, with it being black and white, I can't tell what color these are. Are we in the middle of spring? Are we in the middle of summer? Uh, I did not see anything for the write up on this one when I downloaded it. Just to let you know that I just had it
Yeah,
there.
there wasn't any.
And this one, I could attribute it to 100 things because, quite frankly, like you said, for it to be as far back as it is, that it would have to be for you not to see any definition behind here, behind these limbs right here,
Hmm.
to have that big of a spread. That thing might be a moose
Or bear.
or a bear. That'd give you a nice wide spread back there, but you'd have thought they'd have known that a bear was there or a moose because that picture taken right there, those things are going to move. They're
Well,
going to know they're there.
if they were there or not. I mean, it could be a trail cam, like you're saying.
Yeah, and if it's
Using
a trail
IR, they
cam,
might have not been there.
yeah, and obviously even backing out to where we're at right here, this is the picture, the full view of the picture I downloaded,
Hmm.
and it's already zoomed in. Somebody's
Hmm.
already zoomed it in. So if it was a trail cam, what are we seeing? I mean, what set it off in the first place? There had been something to have set it off. If it's wind, then you could have captured just something, some particulates going across, right? Bugs, two bugs just happened to be lined up at the right time, you know, but it doesn't lend it to that. It's too symmetrical
Can you blow it up a little bit? Zoom in on the eyes a little bit?
on the eyes. There we go.
Yeah, let's zoom in on that section a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, back up just a little bit.
Go in. Good. More.
Yeah,
See, and see, looking at it, I see a little bit what could be considered, but I know it's just the branches in the foreground causing this silhouette that's right there.
yeah, it is.
And but still, it once the mind starts playing tricks on you, your eyes start playing tricks on you, you keep seeing it. You know what I mean?
Right. All we
So
know, these are unknown photos. There's nothing with them. They were just
yeah,
posting them out there, stating that these are eye shine. Um, I can't tell really what that is,
yeah, I would say for sure. I would not say a bear. The only reason I wouldn't say a bear is because of how high it is off the ground.
unless it was
Unless there's
standing.
a unless there's a large slope going up right there, and that's up on the hill.
Well, that was my guess, but I mean,
You may be right. Like I said, I just can't tell if there's really a good slope back there. And if there is, it very well could be right on the crest of that ridge right there and be a good 25, 30 yards behind that. And that's what you're getting.
could
Because
be.
most IR flashes are going to go a good 50 to 60 feet minimum, if not more.
So you know what? On this one, I'm just gonna say I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's caused from. This is too
Yeah.
vague
You just don't
to
know
draw a
enough.
conclusion on
Yeah.
anything.
It
Could it
could
be
be the ghost
something?
lights.
Sure.
It could be the ghost lights, what Mater always said. It's the ghost lights.
It's the ghost lights. You don't know. You just
Yeah,
don't know.
you just don't. You don't.
I
So,
mean,
yeah, and
yeah,
I'm with you like that. It's too vague. You can't say it's one thing. You can't say it's another. No matter how many red circles you draw over it.
yeah. Nope.
But it
So
is.
I don't know.
It's real questionable. Freaky, you got it right. It's real but questionable. We don't know what real is. Too inconclusive. So we'll just say,
Yes.
have at it.
Draw your own
All right.
conclusions. We don't know.
Yeah, you have to draw your conclusions on that one. Unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it just. I don't know because this is the one. Hang on, let me get this sucker ready for this one. Hang on. All right, there we go. All right, we're still on. How can I put it? It's questionable to say the least.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring this on up.
Okay.
I want to see what everybody else has to say on this first. Once
Oh
again,
Lord, bring it up.
red circle,
Zoom it
red
in.
circle.
And it's a very nicely done circle.
Yes, it is. They must have used PowerPoint on this one.
Can you zoom that in?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm actually responding to my daughter who was still beating on me about the skunk ape. All right.
Oh, well, tell her, hang on.
I'm working on it. Hey, kids take priorities, guys. All right. You want to zoom down to here, this one? Now, I'll let y'all guess what somebody told me this was. And by someone, y'all can look up there.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, it was with the quote unquote dogman photos that we were looking at.
Well, yeah, but
And
I didn't.
yeah, you didn't look at them. I know. I'm giving you hell because you sent me the link. So, uh, but this one is so bad as far as the picture itself. Now, this is the picture itself. Okay. This immediately makes me think CGI or some sort of photoshopping. Because you get down here, this looks like it shouldn't be there, but they didn't do anything at all to the light pole right there. So it's like it's running behind the light pole. I can't figure out what's head or tails. This looks like it could be a head of a dog, maybe. But
I don't
it
think
looks like
that's a dog man at all.
I think it's a person just running out of the light. Because here's a leg and a knee right here. It looks like they're running from right to left, and it just happened to get caught while it was there. It's something for sure. I don't think it's necessarily uh, photoshopped in because of how well it is behind or how the light pole is defined in front of it. I don't think they superimposed it in. But
I don't think it's anything supernatural at all.
no, see the shadow?
Yeah,
So it's there, whatever it is, but it's so blurred. You
you
could make
can't
it
even tell.
yeah. So they could say, "Oh, that's a dog man." I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I see that as somebody running away from wherever they're running from because obviously there's a gate back here that says keep out.
Oh
I'm assuming
gosh,
that
I don't even
I'm
know.
assuming that's what it says is keep out because it looks like it says keep out.
And they look awfully close to this thing.
Yeah. So they're behind this,
Yeah,
but God, I mean the street lamp. I don't know. Maybe somebody looking back as they're going by, but it's so blurry you just can't tell. And I don't know if it's because they're running. I would assume it's because whoever it is running because of the leg I'm seeing right there. Don't know the time frame. I don't know the. Let's see. This is 235%. Let me get it. This is the 100. That's 100%. That's the actual size of the photo. Now you can see it's a little bit more defined, but you still can't tell what it is. And it looks like there's a flashlight or something being held by it right there. See a little bit of
I don't
light
know.
right there?
It just seems like they're a little close.
Yeah. Which is that's why.
Yeah, because if that picture is 100% right there in its entirety,
Oh, yeah, that's 100% right there. I wouldn't known. I'm not even waiting.
All right.
Okay, she's jumping on the bandwagon early.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I look at there. See, it is just falling off laughing. I don't
Well,
think that this thing is supernatural at all.
no, no,
I
I
think
don't
it
think
could
so
be
either.
explained if we had the picture.
Yeah, like I said,
I mean,
it's
if
out
we
there
had
on
the
a
actual picture, we could have explained it.
yeah, it's out there on an evidence site, and somebody's saying it's Dogman. Let's put it that way.
Right, right.
I said no
Has
bueno.
everybody got their tinfoil hats at home?
Most everybody's already jumped in on it. Said tinfoil there. I had mine on. Now you took yours off. Put it back. Okay, put it back on then.
Well, yeah,
Golly,
I just
make up my mind for me, will you?
I know this doesn't wasn't the. I'm gonna have to put like a strap on mine or something because it doesn't fit on my hat very well.
Oh, I can. We used to call it in the army. We used to call it a dummy cord. We can dummy cord it to you so it don't fall.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Okay,
Paul says he's using his tinfoil to barbecue.
okay, that's a better option for the tinfoil. I'm good with that.
Exactly.
All right, next victim. This was another one you'd sent, but I had to go out and find where this one was at. Actually, copy the picture that was out on the website and make a JPEG out of it because they had it on one of those slideshow
Oh,
little
yeah, yeah.
little
Gotcha.
sliders. So this bad boy. I don't know who is coming up with some of this. This is supposedly a dog man.
I'm gonna say right now that is not a dog man.
Not even close.
Not even.
That looks like a lion, first of all.
Yep, that's a big
Look,
cat.
that's a big cat up on a rock. I'm betting it was taken at a zoo. And I'm betting they zoomed in into the habitat. Or they got the feed from the night cameras at the zoo.
Yeah.
I saw this and I was just like, oh my goodness. Glenn's like a stuffed animal. I don't know if it's stuffed animal because I ain't gonna go cuddle with that thing because I guarantee you that sucker eat me without even thinking twice.
Yeah. I do honestly think that this is a nighttime shot of
Yeah,
a big cat.
that's what it looks like. Danny got it right. Danny. Anybody seen Beauty and the Beast?
Exactly. Exactly.
But
But
yeah,
this, this is the stuff that they're putting out on the internet
yep,
and they're saying that it's dogmen.
yeah. And see the monitor that I'm on, that I can see at full force on. It's a little bit darker than what I'm seeing actually on the actual feed, and the feed makes the 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 features come out even more than what I can see on mine. And it just there's no doubt that's the ear. Here's the nose. There's the mouth. The two eyes, and
It's
the
got a little
comes
bit of eye
around.
shine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because it's turned kind of toward us, this ear is kind of laid back over on the backside there. But you could tell he's alert to whoever's got that camera, or
Right.
it's alert. It might be a lioness. Who knows? It's not. I don't think it's a male because I don't see a mane at all, unless this happens to be the young lion mane. You know that you see them, the smaller ones.
Could possibly be with making its head
Yeah.
look kind of funny looking.
Yeah. So I don't know. It does. I don't think we could say one way or the other on that because it just don't. I should say one way. It's not a dog man at all.
It is not. It
It
is
is not.
not. And if you're
Is
needed
it?
some good tin foil,
Yeah.
this is bought at Dollar General, and it's what they call kind of like Reynolds wrap.
Us Texas people, we use HEB.
Right? This is kind of like Reynolds wrap, sorta. Took me about a whole roll to make a hat.
Yeah,
So,
you got near beer, you got near foil. That's good.
right. Does it have on a collar? I don't
I
know.
can't tell.
I
I
can't
can't
tell.
tell. Yeah, if that would be like a radio collar of some sort, maybe. I don't think so. Just from what I'm seeing, because like I said, this lends me to think it's a rock of some sort it's up on, which makes me
Yeah,
think it's probably in a habitat of a zoo.
right. So if it is an adolescent
Male
lion per
lion. Yeah.
se, male, it could be starting to grow in its
Yep.
mane, which of course we all know it doesn't grow in perfectly. It's going
No,
to be a
never
little
does.
lopsided. So that's kind of what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
That it's a
A
young
yearling or 2-year-old male or so, or something like that.
something right before when it starts growing its mane. Yeah,
Yeah. Yep. Adolescent. Let's call it that. It's a teenager.
right. Your daughter says we should make tinfoil hat merch.
Well, good. You start folding all of them then.
Now we'll just
Now
make
she's
t-shirts and then we'll get a big tinfoil hat put on it.
yeah, we could do that. I tried to do it at one point, but of course I can't fold 'em. This was folded by the other daughter. I can't fold for crap. I'm artistically challenged. I draw stick figures and they're ugly. All right, so that ought to tell you something.
Oh no.
But I
Oh
play a
no.
guitar and outfish anybody else. I'll be good. And just to let you know, I will be talking to Tex tomorrow and find out how much fishing he got done and how many fish he actually caught because he never holds his mouth right. So
Uh-oh. Uh, Paul said he just found a bunch of tinfoil hats on Amazon. I tell you what, you pay
they're
me
all
as
for
much as
St. Patrick's Day.
they want for them. I'll make you some and send them to you.
Exactly.
I'll make you some.
Yeah, hat with tinfoil looking coloring. Yeah, the like I said, I did a search trying to find it make it easier on me, and I did find some out there. But like I said, the majority of them, they're all for like St. Patrick's Day. They're all greenish tint. They're there for a Valentine's Day, and they're all reddish tint. There's no regular tinfoil that you can get, and if they are, I can't put logos on 'em. You know how hard it is to
Right.
put a
I need a
logo on a
tinfoil ball
tinfoil?
cap.
Yeah. So
I do. I do. I need a tinfoil ball cap.
tinfoil bobcat, yeah, tinfoil no, bobcat, gotcha.
Ball cap. Ball
Bobcat,
cap. Ball
bobcat.
cap. Not a
I'm
trucker's
getting that
hat.
out there.
I
Things
don't
drive
wear
me
those
nuts.
trucker hats. Um, so this so what I had seen when I was looking, through the
Uh-huh.
whole Google search of dogman photos,
Mhm.
I'm not finding any that
No,
I would say without a doubt that that's what it is.
there's nothing. There's nothing like a patty picture out there. There's nothing other than footprints, and there's such a wide array of the footprints that you can't pin everything down. At least with Bigfoot, you've got one style of footprint. I mean, they're
Yeah.
5 toes, they're mid-tarsal breaks, they're this or that, but they're Bigfoot prints. They might have little, breaks here, breaks there type thing. There's no distinct dogman print.
No, there is not. Now I don't know why that is. I mean, we can put this into theory of why there isn't. For number one, they're harder to catch on film.
Yeah,
They're not just out doing their business in
yeah,
daylight or whatever, just hanging out
yeah.
and about. If they resemble a canine at all, I know that my dogs sleep a lot of the time. If they're not searching for food or playing with something, they're sleeping.
Oh
I mean
Lord.
there's that.
I've got something to show real quick, and
Uh-oh.
please indulge me on this. Indulge me on this because this is going to embarrass you know what out of my kid right now. Um,
Oh no.
let me see if I can find it here. Not that one, not that one. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, I'm going to embarrass the daughter that's in England right now, just real quick. This is her roommate. They decided to make tinfoil hats right now while we're sitting here.
There it is. See?
They're doing it
You
right on the
only
spot.
need
They ripped
another
out the
roll.
tinfoil and started going.
Yeah, you only need another roll. That's all you need.
But anywho,
Um,
so
Moon at Noon says got to go to the pyramids in Egypt for pics. Anubis was one.
Oh yeah,
There's theories on Anubis. There's theories on Anubis too. They're
yes, there
kind
is.
of, I want to say it's kind of like the relative to the hellhounds, is what
Yep,
Anubis is. That's
yep, that's
those
exactly
two
it.
go
Well,
hand in hand.
isn't Anubis the
Now,
god of the underworld?
the gates keeper,
The
basically.
gatekeeper. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Nobody gets in, nobody gets out
Oh,
without his
Moon's got it. Yeah, jackals, not dogs. So yeah.
right.
Okay.
Um, like I said, I want to throw them in there together because they kind of do the same thing according to legend.
Yeah.
Um, but see, the dog man, we need to dive into that because we've talked about this before that dog man, you know,
Yeah.
before the name was coined, what we knew growing up was werewolf. Maybe
That's
we need to
exactly.
start maybe we need to start researching werewolf and see what we come up with. Instead of dogman, let's dig into werewolf and see what we find.
Yeah. And that that was one of the things that got me when people started talking about it. I know we're coming up on our time, but uh that's one of the things that got me right off the bat when people started talking about Dogman. I said, "You're describing everything that's been described through history as a werewolf.
As a
So you're
werewolf.
saying this is a legit creature. Somebody's trying to tell me it's a legit creature that it really exists. Then how do you explain the werewolf folklore of a person turning into that and then turning
Oh,
back?
I don't know, but that's a
That's where
discussion
you
for
start
another
going into
day
the
with
woo.
some pictures. Yeah, we need to do that with some pictures. Maybe we'll do that
Yeah.
next week. But anyway, we got to get off of here. Um, because
Yeah.
Texas Front Porch comes on with
Yep.
their newest episode of Infamous Minds. So we will see everybody next week. And if you have any ideas on what you want to see, just shoot us an email at
Yep.
where at Randy.
rngwoodwork.com. It's in the I think I've got it in the actual description. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. I think I've got it there.
Well, that's
Uh
okay. He'll give it to you. We got to get off here, Randy.
yeah.
So he'll make
Bye.
sure that it's in description after the show. We'll see everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.